Today marks 1 week since protests began in Arkansas following the death of George Floyd at the hands of 4 Minneapolis police officers. And those demonstrations continue across the state tonight. We have team coverage for you this evening. Ashley Godwin is at a protest in Saline County. We'll check in with her in just a moment. But first, we turn our attention to the state capitol, where another evening of protest is underway. Our Mercedes McKay spoke with organizers today about the change they hope to see here in Arkansas. What'd you find out, Mercedes?
Marlisa, they said change is slowly beginning to take place. They've met with Mayor Frank Scott Jr. a couple of times this week, and even today in his press conference, he thanked those peaceful protesters and said they are, quote, galvanizing and creating positive change. Like you said earlier today, I got to speak with some of the organizers to reflect on everything they've achieved this past week.
They know who we are. They know what our message is. They know what we want done.
For 7 straight days, the steps of Little Rock City Hall has been decorated with signs and filled with chants.
We really don't want to burn down our city. We want justice. We want things to be done. If we burn down our city, we're going to get attention, but at the end of the day, we need to make sure that that attention has some ground behind it.
The protesters' peaceful way of fighting for that justice has resulted in several meetings with city officials.
We want to make sure we have that communication with people, because that's the only way things are going to change, if we have the communication with our governor, our mayor.
Change like child care, police reform, and access to voting are just a couple of things on their agenda.
As a black woman and a mother of a young black man, I wanted to do something. I wanted to offer something concrete for people to take toward change.
That direct action of registering to vote was taking place on Friday, just steps away from the protesters' home base.
I wanted to make sure that we tell them that their peaceful gatherings have been inspiring and that their voices are being heard.
Their voices being heard not only by the county clerk, but by the mayor, who says it's vital to listen to the citizens on how they envision their city.
Even if we feel that we're on a good path forward, we can always get better and always improve. And the best way to improve is to sit down and be open and willing to listen to constructive feedback on where we need to move forward as a city, as a nation.
With more plans set in place, the organizers say they are proud of the work they've done, but there's still so much more to do.
We have a beautiful community here. They just want to be heard, and actually heard, not put a Band-Aid on something and think we're going to stop. We're not going to stop if you just put this little Band-Aid on. We're going to keep going.
And today at 3 o'clock, Governor Hutchinson did meet with some of those organizers of the peaceful protest so that they could tell him kind of things and plans they wanted to see in legislation. And Melissa, you were there. How did that conversation go?
Yeah, so Governor Asa Hutchinson met with about 10 activists from all over Arkansas, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Van Buren. He really wanted a lot of representation there tonight. And it was a long conversation. The press conference was supposed to start at 4, but it went an hour late. So they met for about 2 hours. And Governor Asa Hutchinson said that these were all young adults, and they all expressed their anger and disappointment with the system. He also says that they talked about their concerns with the criminal justice system and the training of police and the accountability within other police departments. Now, Governor Asa Hutchinson says because of this conversation, they will be looking more closely at how they can engage the professionalism and training and racial sensitivity of law enforcement and our leaders. Now, Governor Asa Hutchinson also addressed the use of tear gas against protesters over the weekend. He says that that was a learning lesson, and there could have probably been a better way to manage those protests. But for now, Marlisa, I'm going to send it back to you.